of all, thank you for everybody who showed up. I'm blessed. I'm truly honored to ever even be drafted by the New Orleans Saints. And I try and tell everybody my story. Right after I got drafted to the New Orleans Saints, we were in a lockout year. So really, my first friends were people that I met at Best Buy. My first friends were the bartenders. My first friends were the teacher that I randomly met on my own. When guys like Freddie McAfee couldn't even lead me around before I even met Lish, who's Alicia Bashar Sheridan is like a big sister to me. Over this 14 years, I couldn't get to. I wouldn't go to 85% of the schools, 94% of the schools without Alish, without Adam, without Coach AP, without the team that Mrs. Vincent has assembled. You've done a phenomenal job. They say, every leader has a good cabinet. You've created a great cabinet. And we feel that throughout the entire locker room. The city feels that throughout the entire city. So let me get back on script. Or in fact, start this off with, how I always say my cup has been overflowed. I feel like being drafted has been an amazing feeling. Having a dad who played the league has been an amazing feeling. Being able to find my wife in the streets of New Orleans it's been amazing. Us having our little magnolias is what I call them, my little magnolia monsters. All four of our children has been nothing short of an amazing blessing. So 2 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 8 says that God is able to bless you abundantly so that in all things, at all times, having all that you need, you will abound in every good work. It's not the grit, it's not the effort, it's not the hard work that you see on the field where we all have limits on. We get lost within our numbers. It's taking that jersey off. It's being able to walk into these schools. It's being able to listen to what the city needs, whether that's teaming up with Crescent Corps, whether that's starting with the foundation initially was God is love, showing love through what I've been given. And becoming the Camp Jordan Foundation, where we're able to start up the legacy program where we're scholarshiping 4 kids go to in-state schools. And we're going to commit to so much more as these years go on. It's the ability of just saying, first of all, thank you. Thank you to the city of New Orleans for having me. Thank you to Councilman Freddie King, the third is what I learned. I was like, yeah, this is Councilman Freddie King the third. The mayor's office, I call it TT Cantrell. But she always holds it down. Lieutenant Governor Billy, I appreciate you for everything that you've been able to do. I'm honestly always blown away. Mr. Beatty, I try to tell people, I know Mrs. Beatty owns the Saints and Pelicans, but that's my dog. I feel like that's my homie. I go home like, yeah, Mrs. Beatty, she looked out for me today. I feel like she's become a part of the family over the years, and she has done nothing but embrace anything and everything that Saints players want to do on and off the field. So, of course, thank you for enabling the players and helping us to be enabled within our city. A huge thanks to the Saints organization. New Orleans, I say, we're family, we locked in. No matter where I go, we always going to be locked in. I hope I'm in New Orleans for another 1,000 years. I gotta live that long, but I'm just saying, that's how deep I feel we locked in. My kids will always say, Dad, where you from? I'm from Northern. And as we get there, we're going to get a little Cajun accent. I'm going to be pretty proud of it. You know what I'm saying? So, to my family, my incredible wife, Nikki Jordan, who gives me hell on a Tuesday. Because 17 weeks in, it's not as fun as that first week. But she holds it down day in, day out. She's, whether it's the 4 kids in all sports, and she's holding it down on her own while I'm at games or I'm on business. Or I just need a break because I need to run away for a day or two. She holds it down throughout it all. So thank you. It's great to have met you here, but it's been nothing but blessings for you to somehow keep me. I feel like some days you're gonna kick me out, but at the same time, you hold me down stronger than anybody else. So thank you so much. To the kids, Daddy loves y'all. Tank will tell you, I'm Tank Jordan, my dad's Cam Jordan. My grandpa played football, my dad played football, I don't play football. I'm like, no, brother, it's okay to want to be a councilman. It's okay to want to be a doctor. It's okay to have your body mangled every Sunday. It's fun to want a softer life. Play basketball, But no, jokes aside, I love being a father. I love being a dad. I love being able to be at practice and they look over and my daughter tells me to shoot. Like, I live for those moments where I can see their smile, and they're the reason why I'm able to go out to these schools. I see the smiles they have when I come home, and I see that smile replicated every time I enter a school. In the car, you can call St. Aug to the various elementaries, and I've been to a lot of them. Over these years, I try not to have a favorite, but you'll see there's probably a school or two that I always revisit that I've seen these kids grow up, and it's weird to say grow up because I've been here for 14 years, headed into year 15. I've seen kids young as 8 now be 21 and 22 and 23 and grown as heck. Talking about, I remember when I was just this big, and now they're asking me to take a drink with me. I'm like, no, it's weird. But that's just it. The whole part of being in New Orleans is you buy in. That's Wednesdays at the square when I first got here. That's jumping rope in front of Tina's before Mardi Gras. There's so many stories. That's being at Desi Vegas, somehow in behind the bar at the end of the night because it's just such a great vibe. You feel like family wherever it is you go. That's meeting wonderful people like Keisha Riley, who has been like a big sis, like a mom to me when I first got to New Orleans, and her kid being Duke Riley, becoming a grown man, like watching it happen, watching him into the NFL, watching him carve out a career. It's having these mentees. Trey Hand, who has been my last mentee because he has never left the house. He went out to college. I'm like, all right, it's time to get a new mentee. He never left, so that was my last one. It's being in New Orleans, you catch the feel, you catch the vibe. It's so hard not to want to be a part of it. It's so hard not to want to be in New Orleans, feel like a family because everybody's so familiar. You have great teammates. Rest in peace, Will Smith, who used to throw these events. The dining with the Saints. It's so hard, even when he's gone, his mark has been left here. You see guys like Thomas Morstead go to 14 different other teams, and yet he still comes back to New Orleans, and he still has, Give Miller Day. He still brings it back. It's so easy to be inspired. You see guys like Craig Robertson, Demario Davis, guys who are in the city. Demario Davis, who has started up a schooling program. Guys who like Craig Robertson, who just wants to be a part of everything his teammates do, just phenomenal teammates. You get inspired every time you see it. So to walk into these schools, I'm just re-inspired every time. These smiles. Look into a blank slate, like kids who are 8, 9, 10, 12, all the way to high schoolers. You see they have a future ahead of them. How can you not want to be a part of that in a positive action? So I thank you guys, I thank New Orleans. To all the young people, especially guys who want to be D-linemen, come get my job. Come on. It's available. Come get it. I want you to be able to work for it. I want you to be able to see the hard work, the effort, the tears, the struggles, the pains, the ups, the downs, the winning, the losing. Beyond all of it, it's that grit, it's that effort, it's that resilience of being a New Orleans Saints, it's that resilience of being from New Orleans. You're always going to push for more. You always want to ask for extra. And even though it may not be the way you want it, you always want to fight for the next day, for the next yard, for the next touchdown, for the next game. For anybody, whoever sees adversity, just know you're not alone. God gave you a family, and I'm sure He'll continue to provide. So you guys be blessed. I'm so excited. I tried to do the math. I was like, why May 8th? I was like, well, number 94. And I was like, it could have been September 4th. So this makes so much sense to me. I said, but now that I think about it, May 8th works. I was like, I was like, all right, May is the 5th month of the year. It's the 8th day of the year. I was like, 5 plus 8 is 13. 9 plus 4 is 13. You see what I'm doing here? Thank you so much. And my conspiracy theory on how we got back to 5-8 being here in Georgia Day. God bless. Who that is always levels. We'll always reach for the next one.